Hello, good morning. This is Dr. Shivani Paineni, consultant physician and diabetologist, Vito Specialty Clinics, Kondapur, Hyderabad. Today, we'll talk about diabetes. What is diabetes? What are the different types of diabetes that we see commonly, and what are the causes, risk factors of different types of diabetes, age of onset, and what are the symptoms that we need to look for, and also when to go for a test for diabetes. So first of all, what is diabetes? We all know in simple to say in simple words, diabetes is a disorder where there are high levels of sugars or glucose in the blood, which affect different organs of the body. So what are the different types of diabetes? First, the most common type of diabetes is type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is usually seen in elderly people of age 45 and above. But in today's scenario, we are seeing type 2 diabetes even in younger people, also in teenage children. We see type 2 diabetes. This could be because of lifestyle changes that have happened in the recent time. So usually it is seen in elderly people, but it is also seen in younger adults, or young adults, or even in teenage people. So what are the other risk factors who can get type 2 diabetes? First and important risk factor is family history. That is, if either or both the parents or any other family relatives are diabetic, type 2 diabetic, their children, their offsprings have a higher risk of getting type 2 diabetes. Second important risk factor is obesity or overweight. Based on the BMI and calculation, we can understand whether a person is overweight or obese. So depending on that, the obesity is also a risk factor of type 2 diabetes. Next risk factor is physical inactivity. People who usually follow sedentary lifestyle, who are physically inactive, they have higher risk of getting type 2 diabetes. So next risk factor is usually in women, PCOS. PCOS is polycystic ovarian syndrome. This is a risk factor for women to get type 2 diabetes in the future. Next important risk factor is GDM. GDM is gestational diabetes. Women who already had diabetes during their past, during their pregnancy in the past, they are at risk of getting type 2 diabetes at an early age. So next important risk factor is hypertension. So people who have high BP, they have that having high BP is also a risk factor of type 2 diabetes. Also lipid disorders, that is cholesterol. So people who have high levels of triglycerides is a type of bad cholesterol, or people having low HDL cholesterol. HDL cholesterol is a type of good cholesterol. With these disorders, people have higher risk of getting type 2 diabetes. Again, one more risk factor is pre-diabetes. Patients who are already diagnosed to have pre-diabetes, they are at higher risk of getting type 2 diabetes in the future. So these are the usual, these are the risk factors that are commonly seen. Coming to the causes, what happens in type 2 diabetes? What actually happens? First of all, insulin resistance. What is insulin resistance? The body organs are not able to make use of the insulin that is produced by the body properly. So this is called insulin resistance. In type 2 diabetes, to begin with, insulin resistance increases. Later on, production of insulin also comes down. Because of these both reasons, blood sugars tend to increase. So this is the cause of type 2 diabetes. This is the reason why blood sugars increase in type 2 diabetes. Coming to symptoms, what are the symptoms that we need to look for? if we suspect type 2 diabetes. So major concern in type 2 diabetes is usually patients do not have symptoms. So type 2 diabetes is usually diagnosed accidentally. When a patient goes for an annual checkup, or when patient is advised to get tests done for any surgery, this is called pre-surgical profile. So when a patient goes for tests before surgery or an annual checkup, this is how usually type 2 diabetes is diagnosed. So coming to other symptoms, increased thirst. People tend to have increased thirst, and also increased frequency of passing urine, and increased hunger. These are the usual symptoms. And also blurred vision, itching of skin or in private parts, and delayed wound healing. These are the usual symptoms. And also weight loss. Patients with high sugars, type 2 diabetes, tend to lose weight. So we also see vague symptoms like weakness, giddiness, drowsiness. These are other vague symptoms that we usually see in type 2 diabetes. So who need to get tested for type 2 diabetes? Who have to go for a test? So first of all, every person who is of age 45 and above, they need to, people who are of age 45 and above, they need to go for test at least yearly once. So other than this, people who have multiple risk factors like we spoke about, they need to go for a test even at an early age. Like people who were already diagnosed with pre-diabetes, women who had GDM in the past, PCOS, history of PCOS, and also who are hypertensive and who have cholesterol problems. These people need to go for a test at an early age. And people obviously who have symptoms, and also people who have signs of insulin resistance. Insulin resistance that we spoke about, we see some signs like skin tags around the neck area, and also dark pigmentation of skin around neck and armpits. This is called acanthosis nigricans. So if people with signs of insulin resistance need to get tested for type 2 diabetes at an early age, start getting tested for type 2 diabetes. So this is about type 2 diabetes. Coming to next common type of diabetes, that is type 1 diabetes. So type 1 diabetes is usually seen in kids or children of teenage children below the age of 20. But that is the reason it was called juvenile diabetes earlier, because it was only seen in kids and children. But nowadays type 1 diabetes is also seen in elderly people above the age of 50 also. So this type 1 diabetes which is seen in elderly patients is called LADA, latent autoimmune diabetes of adults. So what is type 1 diabetes? What happens in type 1 diabetes? What is the cause of type 1 diabetes? Type 1 diabetes is caused by autoimmunity. What is autoimmunity? The immune system, the immunity that is present in our body, that acts against few organs, few cells in our body. In type 1 diabetes, this immunity acts against the beta cells of pancreas, which release insulin, which produce insulin. So they are killed by autoimmunity, in turn causing insulin production to stop. So in type 1 diabetes, insulin production won't be there, unlike type 2 diabetes. So patient has to depend on insulin completely. So what causes autoimmunity? Usually autoimmunity is genetic, and also autoimmunity is caused sometimes by viral infections. So these are the causes of autoimmunity, and which cause type 1 diabetes. So what are the symptoms of type 1 diabetes? So usually patients are very lean, and patients present to emergency ward. Usually the type 1 diabetes patients present to emergency ward with severe symptoms of abdominal pain, vomitings, diarrhea, fever, dehydration, giddiness, weakness. These are the usual symptoms, and patients tend to be very lean. So these symptoms are caused because of high acute complication of high sugars, which is called DKA, diabetic ketoacidosis, which is the very high sugars in the blood get converted into acids called ketoacids. Because of these acids, these symptoms occur. So other symptoms of type 1 diabetes are similar to the symptoms that we spoke about type 2 diabetes, like increased thirst, increased frequency of micturition, and especially in kids we see bedwetting. So and drastic weight loss is another important symptom of type 1 diabetes, and blurred vision. These are the common symptoms of type 1 diabetes. So this is about type 1 diabetes. So coming to another type of diabetes that it was less common earlier, but nowadays we are seeing it commonly. This is a type of diabetes which is seen in only young people. That is called MODY, maturity onset diabetes of young. So what is MODY? MODY is a type of diabetes seen in very young patients of age about 25 and around 25 years of years. So this is a hereditary type of diabetes which runs through generations. So around patients tend to get diabetic usually at the same age of around 25 to 30. So this is a kind of diabetes. This is not type 2 diabetes. Patients do not have any insulin resistance, but patients insulin production is impaired. There is less production of insulin, but not completely absent, and there is no increased insulin resistance. So these patients are usually asymptomatic or mildly symptomatic. So if who need to get tested for MODY? When there is a family history of diabetes in young people running through at least 2 generations. Like grandfather was diabetic, was diagnosed with diabetes at the age of around 25 to 30, and and later father is diagnosed with diabetes at an age of 25 to 30, and the particular patient needs to get tested for diabetes at this around same age and continue testing at least yearly once. So this is another type of diabetes that we usually see in young people. This is we are seeing more cases nowadays. So young people need to be careful, especially when there is a strong family history of young onset diabetes. So coming to another type of diabetes that is seen in pregnancy. Diabetes in pregnancies. This is very important, especially in women who are at the age of getting pregnant. So diabetes in pregnancy is 2 different types. First thing is diabetes. Women get pregnant who already have existing type 1 or type 2 diabetes. Women who are already type 1 or type 2 diabetic, they get pregnant. This is one type of diabetes in pregnancy. Another thing is GDM, that is gestational diabetes. Gestational diabetes is women who are pregnant are diagnosed with high sugars for the first time during their pregnancy. They are not diabetic earlier, but they get diagnosed with high sugars after they get pregnant. This is called gestational diabetes. So what are the risk factors of gestational diabetes? First of all, age. Women women of age 30 and above who get conceived. This is a risk factor of gestational diabetes. Age of 30 and above. Next risk factor is pre-diabetes. Who are already diagnosed with pre-diabetes, they tend to get diabetic during pregnancy. Next risk factor is PCOS. past history of PCOS is a risk factor of gestational diabetes. And also people, women who are hypertensive, who have lipid disorders, and also past history of miscarriages. This is a risk factor. And also past history of delivering large baby, past history of hypertension during pregnancy. These are also risk factors of GDM. So when to get tested for GDM? First, at the time of conception. So whenever, as soon as a woman gets conceived, they need to get tested for diabetes. This is to rule out any pre-existing diabetes which was earlier missed to diagnose. So when if we see high sugars at the time of conception, that means the patient was already diabetic even before conception. So that is not gestational diabetes, that is pregnancy on women get pregnant on or with already pre-existing diabetes. So to rule out this, we need to get tested. We need to test women who are at the time of conception. If the sugars are normal, the women need to get tested for sugars at around 5 to 7 months of pregnancy, that is during second trimester. So this is the time when patients, women need to get tested for sugars. So coming to other types of diabetes, other uncommon types of diabetes. So there is drug induced diabetes, like when patients use steroids or steroids for some other conditions, or also patients who are on antihypertensives, like patients using medication for their BP. These are other types of this is one kind of diabetes, that is drug induced. There is one more uncommon type of diabetes which is seen in patients with chronic pancreatitis. Patients with recurrent episodes of pancreatitis, they tend to get diabetic at a early age. These are the different types of diabetes that we see in today's time. So this today's topic is about this. Next week we'll discuss about what tests to be done and when to get tested, what different types of tests that are to be done when a patient is diabetic. Thank you. So if there are any questions,